Shalom, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Want to bring out this article because you're starting to see more and more articles like this going on about how people will soon need vaccine passports to be able to travel. And more we're seeing this come out. And we're seeing in these last days, one of the last important prophecies come out is the mark of the beast. But how are we going to get into the transition of the mark of the beast? You see, the mark of the beast isn't going to be something that comes just comes out of nowhere. We have to be built up, or the people have to be built up into accepting the mark of the beast. So I just want to bring out this article and bring out a precept, and the Lord's will be edifying. So it says the title of it is Vaccine Passports Will Likely Be Needed to Travel Abroad, but Still No Plan for Domestic ID, UK Transport Secretary says. And it reads, UK Transport Secretary Grant Shapps has signaled that vaccine passports may be required for international travel in the future. And what does this sound like? Because it says what? That you're going to need this vaccine passport in order to travel, in order to do their things. Now, I just want to go into this precept right here. Come on. Slack, I don't know why my phone always acts this slow. This is Revelation chapter 13 and 16. It says, and he is Esau Edom, these elites, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now we know that this vaccine coming out right now is not the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, but it says what? He calls it all. And when you go into that word, cause it, it's poeo. I'll play it so you can hear it as well. Come on, play. Oh, Salakia.
Strong's G 4160, Poyeo.
All right, poeo. And you look at the definitions, it says to make ready, to prepare. Slack, let me start from the top. It says with the names of things made, to produce, construct, form, fashion, to make ready, to prepare. One of the definitions says to put one forth, to lead him out, to make one to do something. Hold on. Right. So that's pretty much it. Right. So how are these elites going to prepare or fashion the people to accept this mark of the beast? Because like I said earlier, this isn't just something that's just going to come out and, hey, everybody has to accept it. You have to prepare the minds for this. So think of it like preparing for a wedding. When two couples want to get married, they don't just say, hey, we're getting married, and then let's just have the wedding now. You have to prepare for that. That takes months, I believe, maybe almost a year in advance to set everything up for that big day. So how much more a new world order with the mark of the beast? It's the same thing. This mark of the beast isn't just going to come out of nowhere, nor is the mark of the beast this Maxine that people may have it confused. No, when the RFID chip comes out, the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shah is going to make it known that, hey, this is it right here. You're not going to be like, oh, is this it or is this not it? He's going to make it known. But to get back to the point at hand, you see, this is how they're preparing the minds of the people to accept a new way of doing things. They're always saying the new normal. Well, how is this the new? How are things going back to normal when you're making things new? So this is how they're going to prepare the minds of the people to accept this RFID chip by setting up the for lack of a better term, the stage right now. That, hey, if you want to go out and travel, because everybody, people who are in the world, they want to travel, they want to do this, they want to do that, so they want to go to the Bahamas, they want to go to the beach, they want to have especially Eve, summertime fun and all that, so they want to enjoy themselves. But hey, the only way you're gonna do that is accepting this new normal. You got to get these vaccine passports and things like that if you want to travel. So slowly but surely, as they keep uh, dwindling this thing out, for lack of a better term, or like letting this thing keep letting this thing go over for a long period of time, eventually the people's minds are gonna weaken to the point where they just accept this new normal, like they say, and it's like, look, this is how things are. look, you gotta take this Maxine passport and all that thing. So like, hey, now things have gotten so bad with the thing, the C19. Look, we have a new way of doing things. Let's just substitute the chip for the Maxine. And hey, you've been following before. Look, just keep following us, and we're gonna make things better, like they say, right? The slogans out there: "Build back better," the new normal. But just continuing on, it says right that Maxine passports may be required for international travel in the future, while insisting that there are still no plans to roll out similar ID for domestic purposes. I don't want to read the whole thing, but I do want to get the main points I was reading. Salakia, bear with me 1 second. Hold on. Let me just read this. It says, speaking to BBC Radio 4 on Wednesday, Shapps said that he has been consulting with his counterparts in Singapore and the United States, as well as a major aviation lobbying group, about the implementation of a globally recognized certification system to verify the C19 vaccination and status and test results. Right. So what we're going through right now, what you're seeing is pre-mark of the beast, and then the mark of the beast is the real thing. So, like the scripture said, he calls it all. So, if this is pre-mark of the beast, let's just say that, right? How are you going to cause everybody to be down with your new system, this new normal that you want to bring out? Well, like I said, just like with a wedding, you don't just come up with something. You got to say, hey, this is how we're getting married. This is when the wedding is this is that. We got to get the wedding dress. We got to get the tuxedos. We got to get the wedding planner. And I'm not too sure how weddings go, but uh, you get the idea, or I pray that you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. So it's the same thing with this new world order, this plan, because this is a plan. You gotta you gotta put things in action now, so that later on it's easier for you to just substitute the Maxine with the chip. Just like with a wedding, you don't just do everything in one day. Like there's a saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, it's funny, we're in Rome again, but Rome wasn't built in a day. So if you want this to go well, you can't just do this, in one day or in just a couple of months. You gotta string this thing out so that way people will follow you. It says, I imagine that in the future, continuing, this is the third paragraph. I imagine that in the future there will be an international system, right? And it's, remember, it says all. So this is going to be a global thing. He calls it all people around the world. So it says, I imagine that in the future there will be an international system where countries will want to know that you have been potentially vaccinated or potentially had tests taken before flying. The transportation secretary told the BBC, right? And it's the same thing like they show you in these movies. Hey, I believe I've heard a lot of people talk about Minority Report is a good movie, but another good movie as well is that movie with Justin Timberlake, and I forgot the other chick that played in the movie. I think it's called Time or In Time, where the new system of doing things in that movie was, hey, you had like, let's say 24 hours to live, and they like grab each other's hands and twist their hand, and let's say you wanted, let's just say about 10 hours to live. Let's say you had like 24 hours to live, right? But you wanted more time to live. You, like, let's say, take somebody in the alley, stick them up, and say, look, give me all your time or I'm going to kill you. And you grab the person's hands, twist it, and that person would give you time to um 10 hours time, and then you just go about your business. So that's how this they show you that in these movies, that that's going to be the new way of doing things. Hold on, let me find okay, yeah, I'm going to read this paragraph. It says Shapps also warned Britons against booking summer holidays, saying it is currently illegal to engage in non-essential travel, and that it is still unclear what kind of restrictions will be in place in the coming months. He claimed that resuming normal travel and tourism will require everybody having their vaccinations, adding that an international unlock would only be possible once other countries step up their vaccinations program. So, like again, like I was bringing out the point, and I pray that you get understanding. Oh, come on, Blue Letter. That going back to the word poeo, which means to fashion, to call. Hold on, let me get it back. Poeo meaning to fashion, to make ready. So that's what they're doing right now with this C-19, is to make everybody ready, get the minds of the people prepared in order to transition into that new normal, into the new world order. But you got to start now with slowly but little things as far as using this worldwide pandemic, so that way the people will be it'll be an easy transition, so to speak. Let me just continue on. It says the International Air Transport Association, the IATA, a major airline lobbying group, revealed on Tuesday that it was in talks with the UK government about its Travel Pass initiative, a mobile app that provides proof of vaccination and, and C-19 status, and is currently being entailed by Etihad, Emirates, and Singapore Airlines. Around 20 airlines will be testing the IATA app starting in March. Let me just continue reading. It says Downing Street has said on multiple occasions that it is not considering identification that shows proof of vaccination. Last month, Vaccine Deployment Minister Nadhim Zawahi said there were absolutely no plans for vaccine passports amid growing concerns that C-19 related ID would be required to gain entry to restaurants, businesses, and other establishments. But yeah, you had Biden sign it into law that, hey, for the first 100 days, people have to wear the mask. You know, where if you go on the buses or if you go on the trains, now the buses and the trains say, hey, well, most you see on the buses here in New York, if you want to board the bus, you have to have a mask on. So just substitute that with, hey, we need if you want to board this bus, you need a vaccination. Excuse me, you need to get the, as Apostle Gabar would say, the stabbing job. So they need to set up this system in order to do these things for the future. Because remember, this is their plan. This is their new world order that they want to set up. So they have to slowly bring things into fruition, slowly bring things all together in order to establish that. They're not going to let this pandemic go to waste. They're going to use this. That's why it's lasting so long. That's why they have the new UK strain variant that they say that it's called the B117, I believe, and that the African one is called the B351, I believe. And they say that I was watching it earlier, Fauci and I'm talking about how the B117 variant, that one that comes from UK, is the one that's in America now, and it's a lot stronger and it's a deadlier one. So you see, they're going to use this thing to push their new world order. They're not going to let this go. So this is how they're going to cause everybody to follow this new normal. This is how he's going to cause all to get the mark of the beast, except for the elect. Um, He also said that making the vaccine mandatory was discriminatory and completely wrong. But it's going to be made mandatory. Like I said, this is their plan. The concept of a vaccine passport has been a hot button issue in the UK and elsewhere as nations, mind you, like I said earlier before, he calls it all. So this is a nationwide, this is a whole world thing. This isn't just happening in America or happening in one place. This is happening all around the world and elsewhere as nations grapple with how to safely reopen their borders. A petition calling for the UK government to reject the idea of issuing C-19 passports for initial travel has. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. But I just want to make the point on focusing on the word. Uh, just gonna bring it back one more time. Poeo in Revelation 13 verse 16. How this is how you're seeing, because these articles keep coming out with this vaccine passports. People are going to need this for to be able to travel. And if they're saying that these new variants, especially the UK variant, is a lot more deadly and a lot more stronger, and we need, they're also saying people got to double up on masks. Eventually, like I said, they're going to use this pandemic to bring in their new world order. So they're not going to let this go. So they're going to use this new strain that came from the UK in order to say, look, this thing is not going away. This thing is only getting worse and worse. Look, we need to put those travel bans because people are not listening. Double up on the mask, put these travel bans. Hey, if people want to travel, they're going to have to get that stabbing jab in order to travel. So you see how they're causing everybody, hey, if you're in the world and you don't follow after Yahweh Bashim Shah and you want to follow you want to travel things, well, you're going to have to get that stabbing jab if you want to continue living in the world. So I pray that this was edifying. I just want to bring out that short point with seeing the same thing over and over with these Maxine passports. I pray that that was edifying, giving all, as always, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash, Shalom.